Hi, Nancy.
I just found Lucas dressed up as the monster.
What? Really? Oh, that kid is in for it now. How does costume look? See, I knew all this was nonsense. You know, I've got to give him credit. He had us all pretty worried. Oh, he is in so much trouble. I ask you, what is the appropriate punishment for something like this?
Wait, when I caught Lucas, the two of us saw the monster.
What do you mean? Are you sure?
Positive.
So this creature is wandering around now? And of course Carl is doing nothing about it, as per usual. How many times did he tell me he was sending out patrols? I've got it all under control. There is nothing to worry about. Blah! So incompetent.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Thank you for not getting me in trouble. For that, I'm gonna help you track down that monster.
No, you don't need to do that.
I'm on it. What's up?
So, how did the prank go?
Pretty good. Not my best.
Your monster costume was actually pretty good.
It was? Thanks, Nancy. I spent a forever on it.
As a rule, I don't condone dressing up as a monster and scaring people, but it looked good nonetheless.
All I did was think of what would scare me if I saw it when I was alone at night. And then I tried to make it.
What made you dress up as the monster?
I don't know. It just made a lot of sense and then I did it. Truth is, I'm sort of a monster expert.
A monster expert?
Yes. I have seen all of the monster movies and I know all of the monster rules. Silver bullets, stakes, water, sunlight. You need to fight a monster. I'm your guy.
Any clue what I could use against the castle's real monster?
Oh, I guess I didn't think about that. He's probably invincible. I think I'm probably fine since I'm small, and he's probably pretty hungry.
Got any more advice on catching a monster?
Yeah, but it's a secret. The best way to catch a monster is to think like a monster. Do you know how to do that?
Sure.
You do? You're supposed to say no. It's kinda creepy that you said yes. But that works. I guess you know what you need to do then.
I'd like to play a round of monster.
All right! You beat me! Okay, here you go.
Isn't it a bit late for you to be up?
Shh. I've got a good thing going. Don't ruin it for me.
Bye.
Bye.
Looks like Renata knew exactly where the monster was going to strike. I need to check those sites out. This was the site on the map. I should wait and see if the monster appears. Another coded message. I need to figure out what it says. The lid's stuck. Need to find something that'll pry it off. That looks exactly like what the monster was wearing. This must be the scarf Renata mentioned.
Hi.
I found this scarf. Does it mean anything to you?
I thought this was gone forever. Where did you find it?
In the passages.
You have no idea how much this means to me. Thank you, Nancy.
That story you told me about the girls. That was you, wasn't it? You chased your sister into the woods, but couldn't save her.
You're half right.
How so?
I was the little girl. It was my older sister who chased me into the woods. My sister died trying to protect me.
I'm sorry, but you do know that it wasn't your fault.
That is not what matters, I guess.
Is that why you're here?
Yes. I promised myself that it would never happen again. I came here every time there was talk of the monster. Back then I was ready to fight. Now, look at me so. I know there is not much I can do, but still I have to come.
That's why you're always here when there are rumors of the monster returning. Do you really think it was a monster that, you know?
I don't know. I don't know which is easier to live with.
I know you would have done the same for her. It's not up to you to keep everyone safe.
Maybe you're right. But wouldn't it be nice to be able to?
Yes, it would.
Nancy?
Yes?
Thank you for this. I don't know what help I can offer, Nancy, but whatever you need, I will help you.
What's the real story with the monster?
I do not know enough to say for sure, but I do know it is tragic. There are 2 choices. 1, the monster's real. He's a living mystery, some terrible abomination hiding in the woods, something that doesn't belong in this rational world. It could just as easily be something else. Something worse.
Like what?
The worst monsters are self-made. There are people like you and like me, but they have taken a terrible turn. They let everything awful, everything sad take up all of the breathing room in their hearts, until all they know is revenge.
But if it's just one person, why the pattern? Why always the same girls?
That I don't know. Every generation has its troubles, Nancy. When the troubles can't be contained, the monster comes out. One thing I do know, it's monsters, human or otherwise, can't stand hope. They can't stand being near a good heart. They try to destroy anything honest and good. They can't bear to remember how they once were.
Has anyone tried to fight the monster?
What do you mean?
Seems like some of these girls could have used some help. Aren't there usually knights in shining armor in old castle stories?
Yes, there were as many knights in shining armor back then. In fact, there are many around today. Do you know what that really means, knight in shining armor?
A hero who saves the day.
No. A knight in shining armor never did nothing for nobody. He never fought. A knight in dented, scraped armor. Now that's what you want. You want a knight in shining armor? Go see Karl. Anyway, what's with this knight talk? You hardly seem like the damsel in distress type.
True. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. How did you become a storyteller?
It's a long story. What? Nothing? That was a joke! Always Americans, you have to tell them you are making a joke. Come now, we do it again.
What?
Ask again.
Okay, how did you become a storyteller?
It's a long story. I say this jokingly.
I get it, but I'm still curious.
All right, a pity, love. That's enough. I can move on. It was bad times. Between the wars, I was out with my father and my sister. We had been traveling for a long time. Very long. My sister, she was very sick with a fever, and it was raining. She needed a warm fire very badly. My father and I knew this. Finally, we see a fire in the distance and a group of men. Like I said, it was bad times. Everyone was very scared and very used to fighting, sometimes killing, to get by. I could see my father was afraid. He said, "Follow me. If they do not laugh, you must run." I followed him. We got to the fire. The men, they grabbed their guns. I thought, this is the end. My father looked at them and he said, "Gentlemen, you smell bad. You're ugly and your mother's dress you funny."
What?
I know. Dead silence. Then, suddenly the biggest one with a scar like this. He starts to laugh. Then they all do. Next thing, we are by the fire. My father, he tells stories all through the night. My sister, she's okay. In the morning, we leave as friends. And I just knew I wanted to be like him.
Thanks, see you later.
Goodbye.
Find a young woman to cast as the victim. This is about me, isn't it?
Nancy, I think I can hear the monster outside.
I'm sure it's just your imagination.
No, something bad is going to happen now. I just know.
I'm sure everything is fine.
No, it isn't. Promise me you'll stay close, okay?
I promise.
Thanks, Nancy.
Bye.
See ya!
Nancy, did you think of any team names?
The Clue Crew.
Perfect! I love it!
I found out that Anya lied on her resume.
That's pretty bad. Are you going to do anything about it?
When I talked to her, she seemed pretty sorry about the whole thing.
Well, that still doesn't make it right.
I know, but I think Anya needs to take responsibility for fixing this herself.
I agree.
When I caught Lucas, I saw the real monster. Carl won't believe me, though.
Why not?
He wants proof.
What kind of proof?
I'm not sure. A picture of the monster, maybe?
That sounds dangerous.
Were you much of a prankster when you were a kid?
Oh, of course. Pranking people was so much fun, although it wasn't as easy as you'd expect.
Why not?
Well, you've got this elaborate setup, and you want it to be this big show-stopping thing, and everything has to be just perfect or everything's a wash, so lots of times you've got everything all set up, but your victim just won't go in the right room or something like that. It's pretty frustrating.
Ned, that's it.
What's what?
That's what this is like. The dress, the necklace, the stories I keep finding, these are all pieces of a big setup. And once everything is perfect,
What?
then the monster strikes. And wait, what did you say about show-stopping? What did you mean by that?
Well, you've got to have an audience, or it's not fun.
Marcus and the investors.
What?
I've got to get to the bottom of this before Marcus gets here.
What? Why?
Think about it. If you wanted an audience, who better than the owner and the investors he's trying to impress?
Good point. How much time do you have?
I'm not sure. Not long. I think that I've been cast as the next victim.
What do you mean?
The dress, the necklace, all of the weird warnings I've been getting.
Nancy, you need to get out of there fast.
I can't just walk away from a case. I'm not sure I even could if I wanted to.
I wish I wasn't so far away. Do not put yourself in danger. You've got to play it safe.
I will, I promise. I'll let you go. Bye.
See you soon. Hi, Nancy.
I discovered what the stilts were for.
Yeah?
Lucas was dressing up as the monster.
So, case closed. You're on the next flight home?
Not exactly. When I caught him, I saw the real monster.
This place has too many monsters.
Do you think something like a monster could really exist?
Sure. It's not likely, but it's not impossible.
You really think so?
Well, it sounds crazy, but it's true. There are plenty of monsters in the world. We just give them names and pretend that they're reasonable.
Like what?
Like sharks. There is no way that sharks are not monsters. Have you seen those things? They have a scientific name now that we have learned all we can about them, but take a swim with one and tell me it's not a monster.
No, thank you.
Right. So whatever it is that's scaring people, it may turn out to actually be something else. But if everyone is this scared, it is a monster.
I think I might be in danger.
Why? What's happened?
Someone is trying to draw attention to the castle by making the monster myth come true.
I don't understand. What do you mean by that?
I think I've been brought in to be the next victim. The necklace, the dress, the stories, it all adds up.
Why would anyone want to do that?
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm right yet.
Nancy, if that's true, then this is very serious.
I know. Thanks. See you later.
See ya!
Marcus here.
I found Lucas dressed up as the monster.
The kid.
Yeah, but then I saw the real monster.
So, the situation is still pretty much the same. There's still a monster on the loose?
Well, maybe.
Okay, good talk. Come on, what do you think you're even doing?
I'm doing my best.
Not you, the idiot with the... Yeah, you, buddy! Where do you learn how to drive? The 1800s?
Are you driving right now?
Yes, I'm driving. And this guy, yeah, still you, buddy! It's going so slow and swerving. I am memorizing your license plate. Sorry, this guy. I know you see me. I know you know why I'm yelling.
Should I let you go?
If you want. I got one of these hand-free phones, so it doesn't bother me. This weather is not great.
Bye.
Bye.
Nancy, do you mind if I ask you a question? This has been bothering me. Why are you here?
What do you mean?
Marcus explained why you were coming here, but it doesn't make sense why he'd send you to solve this problem. You're just a kid. It's not right that he should send you.
I'm not a kid, and I'm good at getting to the bottom of tough mysteries.
I've heard, but something about this seems wrong. Marcus or whoever recommended you be sent here, maybe they had not the best of intentions.
I don't know if that's true, but I do know that I'm going to figure out what's really going on here.
Is that what you think? I hope it is true.
I have proof that Lucas wasn't the monster. Take a look at the picture I took with my phone. Do you believe me now?
This is not good at all. If that's the monster and he's real, then I'm afraid it's you he's coming after. If you can't solve this case soon, you need to leave here.
Thanks. See you later.
Goodbye.